You, in fact, in this book, talk about a six-step method, right? So, can you walk me through what really are the six steps and how do we really plan this whole thing that you're talking about?
Yes. So let me share with you the six steps in just a moment. But let me say that this book is full of counterintuitive ideas. And the first I've already shared with you is that we can all learn to be better speakers in the moment. The second is that you have to prepare to be spontaneous. And that sounds strange. It's like, what do you mean? Isn't that antithetical to being spontaneous? But if you think about it, if you ever played a sport or a musical instrument, how did you learn to get to a point where you could just do it effortlessly? Through a lot of practice and preparation. So the same is true with communication. So the methodology has six steps. The first part of the book is dedicated to those six steps. The second part of the book is really taking specific situations and giving guidance and advice in those situations. So the first four of the six steps relate to mindset. And then the second two steps have to do with messaging. So when it comes to mindset, first we have to address anxiety. I mentioned how that's a big deal. Second, we have to get out of our own way and stop striving for perfection. Rather, we should look to connect. So it's about connection, not perfection. Step three is to reframe these circumstances, not as threats and challenges, but see them as opportunities and collaboration potential. And then step four of the mindset piece has to do with listening. It's really strange to think about, but listening is essential in any communication, especially spontaneous speaking. So, for example, imagine you and I come out of a meeting and you ask me, you say, how do you think that went? I immediately hear feedback. And so what do? I start giving you all the things that could have been better or the things that we need to do differently next time. But if I really would have listened, I might have heard that you are really asking not for feedback, but for support. If I would have noticed you were looking down, you were speaking more softly, slower than usual, I would have understood that what you wanted not in that moment was feedback, but was support. And when I itemized all the things that were wrong, I was actually not helping you. I was probably doing you a disservice. So mindset is about anxiety, getting out of our own way, reframing and listening. And then the last two steps are about messaging. First has to do with structure, how we design our messages. And the second has to do with how we focus our messages to be more concise. So the book walks you through the steps. It actually has activities you can try in the moment while reading. And then it gives you a little homework at the end of each chapter so you can really practice it. Because again, the only way you get better at communication is by doing communication.